evening, viewers, and a warm welcome to Science News with me, Ruth Mweni, and our sign language interpreter is Esther Kendi. And in our today's news, Kiambu Governor Kimani Wamatangi has denied receiving any eviction notice before the demolition of a commercial center linked to him in Nairobi. Speaking to the media, Wamatangi said he and the tenants operating businesses at the site were conducting lawful operations and had not been formally informed to vacate the premises. The governor described the overnight demolition as politically motivated and unrelated to any plans by Kenya Railways to reclaim or repurpose the land. He insisted that the exercise targeted lawful businesses without justification. Wamatangi also raised concerns over the extent of the destruction, noting that in addition to several shops, personal property, including his wife's car, was damaged. He urged authorities to respect legal processes and warned against actions that undermine property rights and business operations.
Never even one single day a notice. Even one time. Hakuna notice na kama mtu akonaye asembe akonaye. Sisi tuko na hata wakati walijaribu kututisha mara tatu, huyu ndiye wakili wetu na huyu ni wakili wetu. Na wako na hizi court orders hapa, hii wakili unaweza shika na wewe uko na hii nyingine. Tuko na court orders which was signed wakati tulisikia wanatutishia, wanakuja usiku, wamekuja karibu mara 5 mfululizo. Lakini jana wamekuja mpaka kupiga risasi, kupiga mpaka live, kupiga mpaka tear gas ndio wafaulu kwa ile kitu yenye walikuwa wanakuja kufanya. Lakini as I have said, and our lawyer will say, but for me as Kimani Wamatangi, I believe in the Almighty God. Na nimewaambia ya kwamba he will fight for me and he will fight for us and we shall succeed. Hata mkitupiga vita ngani, Mungu hapo.
Of Minority Leader Junet Mohamed amid internal disputes in ODM and the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition. 7 coalition parties warned the opposition handed to opposition MPs. Critics say Junet ignores opposition issues, focusing instead of pleasing President William Ruto. They argue leadership as sidelines key parliamentary concerns. Coalition members are urging former President Uhuru Kenyatta to convene a meeting of party leaders to plan for the 2027 elections, highlighting rising tensions within the alliance.
Express our profound concern over the continued, reckless, and defamatory utterances by some Azimio la Umoja One Kenya officials, and especially one Honorable Junet Mohamed, which slander the name and legacy of the former President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. We, as Azimio parties, place it on record, without ambiguity, that the former President served this nation with dignity, protecting Kenya's territorial integrity, upholding national cohesion, and shepherding a peaceful transition of power. Any attempt to diminish this record is both dishonest and an affront to the millions of Kenyans who lived through that stewardship. In light of these developments, we, as Azimio parties, hereby demand the immediate retirement of Honorable Junet Mohamed from all Azimio leadership positions.
Retired Chief Justice and presidential aspirant David Maraga has condemned what he describes as the government's failure to invest adequately in education, a situation he says has contributed to poor academic performance among some students. Maraga highlighted systemic challenges affecting the sector, including teacher shortages, lack of infrastructure, and dwindling government funding. Maraga attributed the problems to corruption, weak government planning, and the diversion of funds to debt repayment instead of improving educational resources. He warned that without urgent reforms, the quality of education and student outcomes will continue to decline. The former Chief Justice comments come amid growing public debate on education standards in Kenya as stakeholders call for increased investment, accountability, and policies that prioritize learning and infrastructure development in schools.
Great excellency, we must reject a system that produces massive failures and only a small elite that survives through the eye of the corruption needle. We have prepared evidence showing an abnormal grading curve that produces D's than C's expected in a health system. Education must not only be measured by grades alone, but by learning outcomes. Too many learners move through the system without acquiring critical thinking and life skills. A system obsessed with grades is an escapist and irrational one. The government speaks of digital literacy and Silicon Savannah, while only 48% of public junior schools have basic laboratories and many lack electricity.
In our other news, doctors in Nairobi County public hospitals have vowed not to suspend their strike until the county government clears all outstanding salaries and allowances. The strike, which began on 18th December, has seen medical personnel demand full payment of arrears. They say they have been ignored despite prior arrangements with the county administration. The striking doctors criticized Governor Johnson Sakaja for failing to honor the agreements, claiming that repeated promises to settle the arrears have not been met. They insist that the county's continued neglect of their demands has forced them to prolong industrial action. The ongoing strike comes as other health officers in the county have also joined work stoppages, now marking 21 days of disruptions in public health services. Patients and hospital operations continue to face challenges as negotiations between the county government and medical staff remain unresolved.
Yani salary, mshahara. We have asked you over and over again. Imagine two things which are basic needs for us: insurance, comprehensive insurance cover, and salaries. As we speak now, even the clinical officers are on strike. The other cadres are actually joining tomorrow, telling you that how health is not working in Nairobi. Yani wamengangana lazima iwork, but imekata kabisa. It's not working at all. So all we are saying that wananchi wa Nairobi, mjue hakuna madaktari hospitali. Na ukienda hospitali mwenye anakutibu ni wale wenye mnaitanga madaktari, lakini si madaktari. So please, we kindly request you to seek medical care somewhere else in these other facilities and around the county. Because for sure, it's going to get worse.
Watching Science News, have been your host Ruth Mweni and our sign language interpreter Esther Kendi. Have a lovely evening.